Today at the RC Network, I'm getting some trail armor for my limited edition Axial Racing SCX10 II. So stay tuned and let's see how these install. Hey guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and today we have some pretty cool items from ScalerFab. Now they're famous for all of their trail armor that they do for lots of different trail vehicles and comp vehicles, scalers and crawlers. I picked these items up for my Axial Racing SCX10 II, yes, the limited edition version. ScalerFab is a small family-based business in Colorado in the United States. Now what they're not small on are Decals or craftsmanship. These things are finely crafted, they are handmade, and the fit and finish of these items are just second to none. The first item I picked up was the pre-runner style front bumper for the Proline SR5 body. Now it does fit a few other bodies out there, and this bolts directly to an SCX10 II or an SCX10. So a couple of options that I opted for were the shackle mounts and also the Fairlead connection right there for one of the RC four-wheel drive Fairleads that'll bolt just right on. Has the 31.5 millimeter spacing. It's all set to go. This will be a great addition to the front of that SR5 body. Next up were the rock sliders. Now these things are specifically for the SCX10 and SCX10 II, 155 millimeter length, and they are offset by 50 millimeters. So they'll fit the SCX10 II with the SR5 body perfectly. So I did opt also for all of these items to have the Rust-Oleum truck bed coating on everything, and I've got to say the finish of these things are just perfect. I love the texture on it, and I think it'll be truly tough when it starts getting a little rock rash out there. Bringing up the rear is the pre-runner style rear bumper. Now this one I opted for the 204 millimeter width, which is perfect for that SR5 body. A couple other options I opted for was also the shackle mounts on the rear and a rear license plate little recess right here, so I can mount up a couple of custom license plates on this to make it my own. So I got my SCX10 II kit version right here all ready to go with the SR5 body. Let's go ahead and get these things mounted up and see how they do. Alright, so it's been a good couple of hours now, and I have all of the items from ScalerFab mounted up to my SCX10 II kit. Now the front bumper turned out really nice. I really like the approach angle of that, and I do have a little bit of flexibility as far as how right now I have it all the way forward. I still can move it back a good 5 millimeters or so before I hit the battery box right here. So front bumper turned out quite nice. I do love the addition of the toe shackle mounts, and then of course the Fairlead. Already ordered up those things from RC four-wheel drive. Now the rear bumper is quite impressive. I did opt to mount an extra hole into the bumper mount right here just to get a very wide reach. So I have one bolt going in here through one of the cross members, and then one back here for the rear kind of bumper mount. It worked out quite nice, and I've got to say Troy really outdid himself because the bends on this are absolutely perfect for the SR5 body. I mean, he nailed it spot on. Even how far this goes out goes straight up to the fender flare. The rock sliders turned out really nice. Now I was kind of hesitant on mounting them so high up, but matching up some of my body posts to the SR5 body, it worked out perfect. This comes right to the bottom of that SR5 body on the original cuts from Proline Racing. Now I did opt to mount 4 bolts into these. You can kind of see right here I have a couple of stainless ones and also 2 stock ones. Now this will give you some additional mounting points if you ever want to change some of your links. So you can actually mount those a little bit higher up. You may have to offset it with some spacers, but you get that feeling that you can have additional mounts. Now with that, mounting these steel sliders, you do lose like the little channel that the wires run into, and then you also lose that waterproof receiver box that kind of sits right here on one of the rocker panels. So gonna kind of fashion something to keep this all waterproof because everything on it so far is waterproof, and I definitely want to keep it there. Another thing to note on the side panels is there are bends right here. You can kind of see them bending up on the exact portion where the frame rail is, both front and rear. Rear one isn't quite perfect. The front one's perfect, This one is just slightly higher, so we may have to bend that just a little bit more. We'll have to see, but I don't see any wheel clearance issues at all. This should be a nice item to just slide over some rocks and not get hung up on anything. And finally, here's a look of the SR5 body on the chassis with all of the ScalerFab items. Turned out pretty nice. Now I'm still in the mock-up stage, so I still have some possible tire clearance issues with the fender flares. Still working some of that issues out, and wanted to show you guys the front bumper here up close. Great fitment of this ScalerFab pre-runner style front bumper. Works out great. If you look at the side panels here, it really matches up to the SR5 body perfectly. And of course, you can adjust your body post to go either up or down and still have good clearance on these rocker panels. Finally, that rear bumper is just a work of art. Works out perfect with the SR5 body. There's some custom features, which I believe I said 204 millimeters wide, and he nailed it. So worked out pretty good, and I can't say how much I like these things. These things are awesome. So, well guys, that is it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm off to the next one. There'll be more of this SR5 SCX10ii KIT, the limited edition version, coming up soon. Hopefully you guys will see this over at Axial Fest 2017. Well guys, that's it for now. If you have any comments or questions about these items, feel free to post it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now guys. Over and out.